The next example that we're going to do is earlier we created a part, custom part. Okay, custom part means pick 2 points, then the whole part is there. So the next one is the connection. Connection meaning you have a main part and then you have the secondary part. So the example that we're going to do is the connection between beam to beam. I can simply, I'll let me erase this one. So meaning in beam to beam, let's say you have this beam, okay, and then usually when you have this beam, then you draw another beam here. Okay, you draw another beam. Then using the custom component connection, when I pick this one and then this one, it will create a cut here. It will create the cut for the secondary beam. And then we can also add a dowel here. So that is the connection. Okay, so let me just show you how we can easily do that one. So meaning using this connection, it could be different size of the beam. It should work. Okay, so let's start. So I'm going to first add. I'm going to add a inverted T beam. So let's say for example, this one is a precast beam, and then inverted T, meaning here I have this T section, this one. So maybe the height will be maybe 800, and then the web thickness S is okay, 300 is okay, and then the flange B, this one, the flange B. Let's see, maybe we can put here 900. And then the flange thickness, okay, if that one is 800, maybe we can type here half, 400. Okay, apply, and okay. So look, if I have this one, so this is my inverted T section. Or maybe we can change this one to 700, smaller, right? Now, we have a beam. We can add now the beam. Then let's say, okay, maybe I'll change this one to color one. So maybe we'll add a beam here. So the precast beam is, it could be 600 by 600 by 450. 600 by 450, and then pick this one. So as you can see here, our beam, by the way, the one I'm doing here is the same connection that you have in your in the data center. This is exactly the same situation. Okay. So maybe I'll just change this one a little bit. 400. Okay, there you go. All right. So now, uh, enable for us to do the connection here. Okay, the first thing to do is this. We need to cut this one according to the surface uh, of the outline. Okay, so here I need to create 3D basic view. All right, and then Control P. So here I'm going to cut 10 millimeter gap. So edit, and then fit part end, and then click here, 1, and then this one, 1, and then 2. Okay, so that one is cut, but I need a 10 millimeter gap so that I can now move this one, maybe 20, or I'll put 20 millimeter gap. There you go. So look, that is cut, 20 millimeter gap. Okay, next is the I need to cut this one, a polygon cut. So here in the polygon cut, I need to pick here 1, and then from here, let's say an additional 10 millimeter gap here for the bearing. So control and then 10. Okay? So here, if this one is 230, then I need another, let's say 20 gap also here. Because that one is 20, this one is also 20. So I can just simply add 250. There you go. And then here, 310. And this one, middle. So now, I have this connection. So like what I told you, this connection is similar to the connection that I have created earlier, right? In the, what do you call that? In the beam connection, right? But it's with this one. But this is a bit complicated, right? A lot of things. So we're not going to do that one, but here, I make it simple. I have the cut here, and then I have the cutting also on the shape. Okay, next. Uh, okay, now, if I want to have, I can also create a dowel here, dowel bar. So for the dowel bar here, maybe what I will do is I'm going to use a construction line. So from here, point, and then maybe 100. If that one is 230, okay, maybe, anyway, this one can be changed, maybe 120, all right? And then another dowel here, maybe center of this. So that one is the shape of my dowel. I use the construction line, all right? So look, I will use the rebar and then use this bar group. So for the bar group, double click. So here, I will just simply type here dowel. All right, dowel. So maybe I'll use R and then R20, and then the bending radius maybe 20 as well. And then change this one to color. Maybe the color of this is okay, whatever color, maybe 14. Normal, and then here, no hook, no hook, and then maybe this one is 2. Okay, 2. Number of reinforcing bar, 2. Okay. This on plane, I'll put here 0, 0 first. Okay, and then later on we can change. Okay, look. So the reinforcement must be, because the reinforcement is the dowel, so it must be included in the main beam, correct? The dowel must be in the main beam here. So I'll just pick part to reinforce. This is the main beam. And then here, look. 1, 2, and then 3. Middle button of your mouse. Okay, so look, it's at the center. Middle button of your mouse. And then the range will be from this point to this point. The range of the beam here. Right? It's 450. There you go. So look, here, I have now the dowel in that position. But the position of the dowel must be center, 450. Then I must have a 100, 100. I must have a 100, 100 from plane. I'll type here 100 and then modify. Look what will happen. There you go. See? I have now the dowel there. Right? Hopefully it's clear. Okay, now, for the dowel, I need to have a, what do you call that? A hole. So that the dowel on the main part, then the beam will be inserted to the dowel. Correct? So I need to have a hole. So enable for us to create a hole, I need to create a steel here. I can name this one as a tube or G tube or grout tube. Maybe grout tube. Okay? And then the profile will be PD, let's say 40 by 3. And then middle. So why 40 by 3? So that it will, look, if I click this point to this point, 290. So there you go. So that is the what do you call that? the pipe, and then here, I need to move that pipe, this pipe, I need to move here, and then expand, and then also I need to copy this one here. Okay? Expand. So meaning this pipe is already there, but I need to cut. I need to cut this one. Huh? So using the part cut, I will manage to cut the beam. So cut part, okay, and then here, cut part. Okay, there you go. Now the question is, in this case, do you have this pipe there or just a hole? Are you are you leaving the pipe there or it's just a hole?
We have a corrugated pipe usually.
You also this one will be considered as corrugated pipe. Okay. So meaning this pipe, you need to add this one. Okay, again, select this pipe and select this pipe. You need to add this one to assembly. Click this as assembly. So meaning the pipe will be part of this assembly. So if you inquire the cast unit, look what will happen. One precast beam and two grout tube. Or you can say, you can rename that one as corrugated pipe. Okay? So maybe we will just rename it so that it will be much better. So here, select these two, and then you type here core pipe. Okay? Modify. Now look, if I inquire this cast unit, then it will be two pieces of corrugated pipe. Okay? So I hope that one is clear. Now, there you go. So that one is your connection. So let's do that one as our simple connection. Okay, this is a simple connection. Meaning, later on, once we select this, we add the connection, then it will cut automatically and it will add the dowel bar. Okay, so now, let's create the custom component for this. All right, so we did the model, a very simple model. Let's create a custom component. So look, I will select everything. Everything means you need to select, okay, you need to select this one, everything. All the connection, you need to select it. Huh? No need for you to select the main beam and secondary beam. Huh? So this time around, you can define custom component. This time is a connection. You can choose here CIBS beam to beam. Beam to beam cone. Next, in the model, select the objects that will form custom component. I already pre-selected. You know that one already. Next, main part. What is the main part? This one. Control 4. This is the main part. Next, secondary part or parts. This one. And then finish. Okay? So are we clear with that one? So you have now the connection. So meaning, if I close this one, and then I have, what do you call that? I have other beam here. Oh, sorry. Another beam here. Beam here. Oh, sorry. I'll just simply, maybe I will do this one. Copy properties. Okay? So look, here, I'm going to type here GIBS, and then here, beam to beam connection. So click 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. It works now. This one is without the intelligence yet. Okay? What happened is, okay, actually, this one, look, if I select this main beam, and then I make a window here, yeah, it works also for easy application. Okay? Yeah. All right. So if I remove all this, and then here, click, and then window, click, and then window. Yeah, so here. The only thing is, this one doesn't work if, let's say, I change the size of this to maybe this one to 300. Look what will happen. See, 300, the gap is bigger. If I change this one to 500, there will be a overlapping. There's no parameter, there's no intelligence yet. Okay? So that's the thing that we're going to do now. Okay? And also here, if I change this one to, let's say, 800 by 500, look what will happen. See? You cannot see the cut, right? You cannot see the cut because the cut is inside. Yeah? There's no binding yet. Okay? Now, let's do the binding. So if you notice here, there's a connection already. So let's just adding the binding, then this one can be useful in a different size of the beam. So it will be very useful to you later. Okay, look. What I will do is, maybe I'll just delete this one and then here, work on this. So right click and then edit custom component. So for the edit custom component, again, I'm just going to repeat what we have done earlier. The first one that I want to control is this one. See here? This gap. Okay? This gap. So where should I bind this one? Okay? So I need to bind this one to outline plane. Don't bind this one to the boundary plane. Because if you bind this one to boundary plane, you cannot make a gap between the shape of the main beam, correct? So look, if I right click on this one, bind to plane, see here? Bind to this outline plane. So that is 20. Immediately add 20. And then change this one to equals to P1. And then here, hide. And then change this one to gap. Okay, beam gap. Okay, there you go. So meaning, this gap, I can change this one to 50. See? I can make it 0, no gap, or 10, or 20. Clear? Okay, next is the cuts. Okay, for the cuts, this one. These cuts, okay, I can just simply hide this one, hide this, so that I can play with my cut here. Okay, the first thing is, I want to make it sure that this cut is always at the center of the beam. So enable for us to do that, I need to change the center plane and then bind this one to the center of the beam this way. Okay, this one. So I'm going to have 4 values of 0, 0, 0, 0. So meaning the cut is always at the center of the beam. Now, it is also very important for us because the beam here, there is no input in our component. There's no input. We don't input the size of the beam in our component. The beam size is input during the modeling. So you model the beam, you key in the size of the beam, not in the component. Earlier, remember the wall, we key in the thickness and the height in the component. But this beam, no. This beam is something like you key in the size during the modeling. Okay? So that's the reason why it's very important for us to get the reference of the width of the beam. So enable for us to do that, I need you to add parameter, this P2, I can hide this one, and then we can type here beam width. Okay? So now, select this beam, and then look for the secondary parts. Under the part, you will find the profile properties. And then under the profile properties, get the width, right-click, copy reference. Copy reference. So meaning, when you click copy reference, so whatever the size of the beam here, Control V, you will get this 450. Meaning, if I change the size of this one to 500, this one will become 500. So your reference is the width. Okay, now we are going to use this reference to get the what? The size of this BL, this cut. Remember this BL 455? So same thing, we can add parameter and then put the profile and then hide this one to make it automatic. So equals, remember that one? BL INT P2. So we can still use this one. BL plus INT P2 plus 5. Okay. P2 plus, okay, P2 plus 5, let's see. Okay, BL455, right? So P3, I'm going to equate now the P3 to this cut. So part cut, I will choose this one as profile P3. Okay? So now, whatever the thickness of the beam, then the cut will follow. All right? So now, we're done with that. So next is the size of the cut, huh? So first, I need to bind these two. I need to bind this one to bind to plane to boundary here. Yeah. So there you go, 0. And then these two, I want to bind this one also to the bottom. So meaning whatever the height of the beam, the cut is always cut according to the height of the beam. Okay? So bind this one, 0. Next is, okay, redraw. Because this time, I'm going to bind this handle, okay, these two handle. I'm going to bind this one to the here, to this surface, so that I can get this one, the gap. Okay. So this one, if I click on this, I can use now the P1. So this one is equals to P1. So similar gap from the top. Okay, and then hide this one. And lastly, the gap at the bottom for the bearing. Okay. At the moment, let me just add bind here, and then this time outline plane here, outline plane, and then I will type here bearing pad, or yeah, let's say bearing, in case that there is a bearing pad. So here I put here 10, and then this one is equals to P4 equals to P4, and then hide. Okay, so look, let's see. If I close this one and then say yes, so let's check. Now, if I change this size to 800 by 600, look what will happen. See this? The cut. Yeah? Automatically do the cutting. But again, the dowel is still there, okay? No worry about that one, because the dowel is still not yet bind, okay? So what happened here is, look, if this one is different size, right? So here, if I click one and then window, see here, it follows. It follows. All right? So let's continue. So this time around, we're going to change, or to add the dimension to the dowel. Okay, we need to bind the dowel. So edit custom component. Let's concentrate now on the dowel. All right. So for the dowel, I can hide again this one. let's do this dowel first. Okay, this one, oh sorry, I can just simply select by window, and then the first thing is I'm going to Alt key, and then bind that one to the bind to boundary, bind to boundary, this one, and this the bottom, I'm going to bind that one to the cut. So this time it's cut. So bind to cut. Oh, the thing is I cannot, here. Yeah, this one, see? I can bind it here. This is the cut. All right, so as you can see here, bind to, okay, that one is 520. Why it's 520? I think I need to put this one 0. 0, 0, 0, 0, and then hide. Okay, so that one is bind to the cut. Oh, why it's it seems that it's not straight. Okay, there's something wrong here. Maybe it's okay. Undo. Let's see. It looks like it doesn't go to the. It's not straight. Let's see. See here. It's not. It's not straight. Okay. Which one? Okay, here. I know. Okay, so what I will do is just simply select this one and maybe move. I move it manually. Okay, move. Since it's not straight. There's something wrong in this. Okay, maybe what I will do is let me close this one and then don't save. Let's see. How come that this one is okay? Let me just create another drawing here and see. Oh, no wonder. Because, okay, I got it. The reason why it's not straight, see? Okay, I got it. So, I missed that one. Okay, edit custom component. Because of the cut, I put only 10, but there's another value that I need to check. So here, I put a P1. Okay, so this one is cut part. So what is P4? P4 is 10. This one is equals to P4. All right, so there you go. Haha. Okay, now it's correct. Okay, so hide this one. Hide. I forgot to equate the P4 earlier. Okay, now it's okay now. So select the tube. Okay, select the tube and then bind to boundary planes. So Alt key and then bind this one to the top. Okay, let it be there, 0, and then the bottom one, bind to the cut plane. So I'm just repeating that one, bind to cut plane. So here, this is the cut plane. So if you notice here, that is the cut plane. So because I have a small window to click on the cut plane, that color, cyan, click on that, then as you can see now, it's all 0. Earlier, there is a pi because of the cut is, I put 0. I wrongly put that one. So now it's correct. Okay, so here, you have now 0, and then next is this, what do you call that? This dowel, okay, this dowel, I can bind this one here. boundary, one, it's okay. And then the other one is, okay, good. So this one, bind also, and this one also bind. So for it's more binding for the rebar because rebar has a lot of handle. So I think you need uh, to do s- to examine your rebar handle because in rebar there will be more handle. Now this one, if you notice, this handle I bind to this side and this handle bind to the other side. Also, this handle can be bind here. But no worry because the value of that one is zero. Make it sure that that one stays on the surface so that whatever the movement of that surface, your dowel will still be there. All right? And lastly, bind this one to the cut planes. So same thing, bind it here. All right. So everything will be zero. Now, the thing here is this. I need you to also to select this one and then bind this here to the movement from here. So, meaning you can adjust the position of your dowel from the side. It could be 110 or 100. Okay? So, click on this. There will be a value here, 120. So, immediately add the 120 here. And then, D29 is equals to P5. And then copy that one to D30, D31, and D32. And then you need to hide this one. And this one is a dowel from edge. Dowel from beam edge. Okay? So there you go. So here, if you notice, if I change this one to 150, okay, let's see. If I change this one to 150, look what will happen. See, it moves, but it moves only the, it moves only the cut. Okay, maybe I did not select other. Okay, anyway, so here, yeah, I need to bind again from here. Okay, okay, this one I need to out and then bind. Why it doesn't? It's something like fix. Okay, anyway, let's check this out. Okay, bind. Okay, I need to bind it. Looks like I need to bind it one by one. Yeah. So that one is P5, P5. So sometimes it happens. Now let's see this one. It seems this one also need to bind one by one. Okay, no, I need to select. Wait. Okay, so this one bind. Oh, yes. There's sometimes the you need to doesn't recognize the multi select. So anyway, I'm just repeating that procedure. So nothing else. And then here, I need to type here P5, 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 and then P5. And then hide everything. Type H and then hide. So look, now, if I change this one to 150, then it moves now. See? It moves. So if I type here 200, see, it moves the dowel. So I type here 100, so the dowel is moving. Okay? So I have now a basic dimension for that. Next is the this dowel. okay, this dowel, we can bind this one also from the bottom of the main part. So bind here, this one. So here you can simply add parameter again 200 and then equals to P6, copy P6 and then hide. So this time, this one will be something like dowel distance from bottom beam, bottom primary. All right, there you go. And lastly, this handle. Okay, so that one is okay. Wait. Sorry. Again, I'm going to select this handle and then bind also to the center plane of the beam so that it's always be at the center. Oh, all right. This one. Out, center. Okay? It's always 0. And what else? Uh, yeah. And this one, this, I can just simply bind that one also to the center. Always 0 to the center. But of course, if you want to do some parameters here, you can always add the value like what I'm always saying. If you want to control the distance, then just simply add immediately the P, and then this P is going to control the parameter. So lastly is the distance of this one, the pitch distance of this. So for the pitch distance of this, here, you will notice that this, this rebar group, the rebar group, because this rebar group, something like, yeah. This rebar group is, I have this prom plane. I have the prom plane instead. So I can use this prom plane. I can add the value this prom plane, this 100. So I will just simply type here dowel from side, dowel distance from beam side. So again, this P7, okay, this P7, I'm going to link this one in my dowel, which is from plane. So P7, let's get the dowel. Here, P7, you can see here, from plane, 100. So under the dowel, I can go to the general properties, from plane. Where's the from plane? Right click, P7. P7. Okay, look. If I change this one to 50, look what will happen. Okay. Here. Why doesn't? P7 is 100. Okay, then this one, add equation from plane is P7. Why? Okay, let's see. Change to 50. See, it moves. Here, P7. If I change this one to 100, then that is the movement. Now, I need to do the same for the dowel and the cut. So here, all I have to do is to Alt, right click, bind to this plane, bind to the boundary here. So I should have, that one is why it's 110. Okay, anyway, let's see. If this one is, okay, I know why it's 110. Okay, I know why it's 110. Because of the half of this one. The prom plane here, basically it's something like on the side of the bar. That's the reason why from 100 it becomes 110. So in that case, the P7 that I'm going to do here is this P7. I will just simply, okay, a little bit compli here. I will add parameter, and then this one, I will select the rebar size, copy reference, or copy value, copy reference. Maybe copy reference. So here equals to, okay, and then uh, divided by 2. Sorry. It could be, okay, this one over 2. Yeah, 10. So P8, P8. So meaning the P7, this one, it will be equals to P7 plus P8. Okay, so 110. So it means I can get it correctly. Even you put 100, that will be calculated plus 10. And that one is with the help of the half of the dimension. So, okay, this one also hide. All right, so I think so far it's okay. And then let's close it. Say yes. There you go. So now, if I look onto this one, so I have the gap. Okay, so for the gap, if I put here 10, modify, see, I have 10 here. All right. If I have the dowel from beam edge, okay, so this one is dowel from beam edge, this one. So meaning if I type here 150, look what will happen. See, it changed, right? This one. So 120, modify, it changed. Then dowel distance from the bottom, if I type here 50, there you go. Okay, 150, modify. And then lastly, dowel from side distance here. If I type here 50, modify, so that's 50. If I type here 120, modify, there you go. So apply, and okay. Now, we are ready to apply this one here. This, so 1 and then 2. See? Then this one, 1, 2. And the good thing with that one is if you change the size of this one, let's say 500 by 350. See? It follows. So if that one is too small, I mean you can just simply go to this one 75, modify. So again, that one is different. I mean it will be placed automatically using this simple connection. So meaning, if I want to use this one, if I want to use this, let's say close this one, here, I can easily, by the way, if you want to change the picture here, all I have to do is this. So select, create 3D view. Oh, sorry. Oh yeah, that's okay. So 3D view, and then like this one. Show only select. Okay, maybe I'll remove the cuts and fittings. Modify. All right. So if you want to have this this picture, you yes, for easier to identify that this is how it looks like, right? It's very important. So here, yeah. So once you have this, I can just simply make a snapshot here. All right, and then save. I'm going to save this one to the model. So let's say, for example, this is Gamuda, and then I will type here uh, PNG, and then this one is, let's say, GIBS B2B. Okay, save. Right. So once you save that one, right click, thumbnail, add thumbnail. This one. Okay. There you go. Easy to identify. Now, look, the question is, hey, how I'm going to use this one to other project? So all you have to do is right click, publish. So this is the one that I'm telling you that we can create this one, and then later on we can send you the this one, the UEL. So once I give you the UEL, okay, I will save this one. Let's say I give you this UEL, or maybe do you have a USB?
Yes.
I so that you can try. Okay, so I'll give you the UEL so that you can try in your computer. So meaning I created this one, but you try in your model. Okay, clear, huh? So here, open model folder. Uh, this one, see? Okay. So here, the GIBS connection, beam to beam. So just copy this one to your desktop, and then, okay, here. Copy to your desktop. So once you copy to your desktop, this is what you do. Open. Okay. So now, okay, look at this. Let's see if this one works here. So if you notice here, maybe I'll use this show only selected. Okay, look. If I'm going to okay, from here, from your on the right hand side, there is something like import custom component. So once you click import custom component, then you can open now the UEL that I have given to you from your desktop. Open that one and then hit open. So here, as you can see, you can type here GIBS. This one, see, look, I imported, it comes here. Then I can just simply add that one to my collection. So this one, see? So let's open that one. Okay, there's no picture, of course, but I'm going to apply one and then two. Ooh, yes. See?
Beautiful.
Work. So now, here, I can just simply select all, and there you go. If you,
It doesn't matter when I move the secondary view, it will just follow.
correct,
Just another file.
exactly,
If it doesn't bind,
it will be distorted.
distorted.
So here I can just simply type here 150 if you want to see the difference of that one. Yeah. And the good thing here is if if there is a changes in the size of the beam, then it will follow automatically. Okay, let's say there's a revision like what you've said. Unless you finish all the drawing, then the revision comes in. They want to change. So here, if they change the size of the beam, maybe slightly change, then it's still working.
When we try to import the new UEL file is better too. Is there a best practice? When I open the folder, I just simply paste the UEL. Or you need to, or do I need to specifically go to a folder?
You go to import.
Or after import, I have to reopen again. No need. But I can bring the UEL to the folder. So it's better I bring to the folder, put anywhere. Or better have another folder or
You also can create a new folder, custom component folder.
okay, voila.
Dia punya macam tengok what to do next kan. What to do next dia ada kat bottom left.
Okay, look at this. I created this one. I created this one in in the inverted T section,
Yeah,
right? Now, at this side, this one is a L section.
yeah, correct.
So the thing is, using this in the L section, let's see if it's work or not. It seems it also worked with the L section, whether it is L section or double T
As long as
section.
there's a need there, it will just.
Yes, correct.
Let's say you have a totally different type of shape, then it will start to show distortion.
It could be, yes, if it is
What's the high possibility?
it's different shape. So maybe I'll just go back to my other testing model. So let's see, if I have something like the 90 degrees T section here, or if if I change this one to front, yeah, see, it doesn't recognize that
Went
one.
into distortion.
Correct. So it will be a different. But so far, if it is the L shape, the ledge. So this one works. See, this one works, but the other one doesn't recognize that one. Okay, so this is the connection. So we have already two. One is the part, and this one is the connection. Okay. So what I will do is I'm going to I think this one is a good base. Then I will just simply refer to your drawing to put more details or more compatible to what you're using, because this one is just a test or an example to give you the idea how this one works. But I think I can still continue working on this one, and then later on I will give you the final with a picture, right?